Hello, I'm Rythian, and this is Thomas Was Alone. Let's get right into it.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have.
This is us. This is Thomas. A little rectangle, red one. And he'll be us, and we'll be him. And it's a little journey.
Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing.
We don't know who we are, we don't know what we are. All we know is if we keep moving forwards, we'll see new things. And that seems as good a goal as any. Don't you agree?
Okay, interesting. Thomas couldn't fall past this block. Think, damn it, think. What if there was some kind of inverted fall? Some way to... what's the word? Jump.
Hooray!
It worked! Thomas had solved the great inverted fall mystery. A big jump. But Thomas noted there was no real danger in missing it. The world didn't want him to fail here. It was pushing him, but gently.
Come on, Thomas, you can do it. And jump! Well done.
This all seemed a little dangerous. The world was not to be trusted. It was unstable, and it seemed to Thomas that it could let him down at any moment. He was starting to suspect it might even be doing so on purpose. Nah, paranoia.
And we continue upwards.
Thomas wondered whether the portals were actually taking him anywhere. He felt like he was making progress, but there wasn't really any way to know. He seemed to be moving predominantly up and to the right, which might, or might not, be important. It might have been paranoia again, but Thomas could have sworn the world was becoming more complicated. It always seemed to be one step ahead of his skills. It had been designed just for him. He wondered why. Was the world testing him? No, too obvious.
Maybe. Or maybe this isn't just a platforming world. Maybe this is something else.
Something about the
Checkpoints.
boiling, toxic, glowing water intimidated Thomas. He didn't like it. He certainly didn't want to swim in it. He
Doesn't
made
look
another
nice.
mental note. 4. Water. Not good. To be avoided. The loneliness was getting to Thomas. No amount of observation or obsessive note-taking could combat that.
And as things start to get a little bit more difficult, I imagine we always still come back to that. Thomas is alone. Will he always be alone? We hope not. success.
Thomas had a new theory. The world was training him. He could feel himself getting smarter. There was the mental list to consider. Over the minutes and seconds since his spontaneous generation, he'd become a pretty skilled jumper. He was evolving. He just wished he had someone to share it with.
Well done, Thomas. Getting good at this.
Chris took an immediate and deep dislike to the skinny red rectangle. Who the hell did this Thomas think he was?
Chris and Thomas is no longer alone.
Chris had been doing fine. He wasn't the highest jumper, but he'd held his own. He'd even been graceful at times. Well, not technically graceful. It's probably the wrong word, but you know, fine. There was that skinny little runt leaping about like he owned the place.
Sorry, Chris, you can't make it past here. Gotta go back to Thomas. See what we can find. At least you're no longer alone. Ow. Hi, Chris. Oh no. I can literally jump on me not without being in the whites. Teamwork! Well done, Chris. You'll learn to appreciate each other soon. Remember, water not good, to be avoided.
Okay, this was more like it. A glowy white thing. Only Chris could get to it, which of course made it all the more enticing. What would it do? What new opportunity might this switch open up to him?
Let's find out. A stair.
Great. Another chance for Thomas to jump slightly higher than Chris. How fortunate. Seriously, this made the whole switch pressing thing entirely worthwhile.
Don't worry, you'll help each other out. We'll work together, alright? Sort things out, like buddies. Friends. Like that. Hooray! We're going somewhere. At 1.4.
Good? Because on the surface, it did not seem good. Chris was pretty scared. Little Red seemed fine, happy to be on his merry little adventure. Chris couldn't shake the feeling that things had taken a significant turn for the worse since Thomas had joined him. Sure, he'd been able to piggyback his way to ever so slightly higher platforms, but where had that got him? Well, to ever so slightly higher platforms, which was sort of his point.
Oh, come on, Chris, you can do this. I trust you. Jump. No, almost. Jump. 1, 2. No, come on. You can do it. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Okay. Here we go. Here we go again. Prove it. Prove yourself, Chris. You're just as good a jumper as Tom. Well done. Now Mr. Super Jump over here can handle this. But you don't need to compare yourself to him. You're good at different things. Different things for the two of you. Not everyone needs to be good at the same thing.
Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. That would be fine. But it was all the obvious observation that Thomas was doing which grated. Every time they saw something vaguely new, Chris would hear a satisfied little from the vaulting idiot. He hoped the next portal would split them up, if only for a few levels.
Don't be such a sad guy, Chris. Come on. Alright, Thomas is going on an adventure on his own. Get back at. Whoa! Here we go. You're doing good, Thomas. Now, Chris, I have to take a different path. Oh, here we go. Rush! Nice. See? You're just as good. Don't let anyone tell you differently. See, you even made it to the goal first. What the hell?
John knew. He knew that this was his chance. A moment to shine.
Oh dear God.
This was game day.
Alright. This is gonna be interesting. I have an idea. He's too heavy to be jumped there. So we're gonna need to... There we go. Teamwork! Come on, John.
This would not do. John needed room to show off his exceptional skills. As it was, he was trapped on the wrong side of these little dot things. Where did
It's
they
fine.
come from, anyway?
You can go there. And then we can have Thomas here. And we can have Chris here. And now you have room, John. There we go.
John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
Agreed.
Time to
Oops.
flex those muscles.
Oops,
to
oops.
Put his training to use. Time to show those little dots how it was done.
Well done, John. Supreme jumper.
John decided to press the switch to let the little dots catch up with him. John cared for his new allies. You
Chris.
could tell from the sympathetic expression he practiced in the mirror all these years.
There's a mirror in this world? Alright, Thomas, Chris needs your help. Teamwork. You're all working on the same team here. See, we're getting a hang of things. Keep moving, John, leading the way. Number 1. And Chris next. Boom. Don't worry, there's a path for you too. Oh, going to need Thomas still. There we go. You can go in here. Find your spot. And Thomas. Ah! Who needs whose help now? And then John in the middle. Ah, now even John needs help. Together you can do
Happy
it.
to keep helping. He felt it was important to his image that he was seen to help the little guys.
It's all about public relations.
He didn't mind them so much either. The red one, Thomas, had a charming way of applauding every time John jumped. The angry orange one was less immediately likeable, but his unremitting cynicism and tutting amused John.
We're gonna get there in time, don't worry. Oh, maybe I need to keep them together. I can't just walk away on my own. There we go. Chris, and up you go. Oh, not quite. Oh dear. There we go. You'll get there soon enough, Chris. Don't worry. It's fine. Teamwork is what this is all about. Don't panic. You get there in the end. Need a little help from your friends. I'm gonna get you all on this little platform. Oh. Just go down to help Chris. Well done. Now, you jump up here. Good. And Chris, well actually, you're gonna need to help Chris first. Here we go. Chris! No, come on! Chris, you can do it! Yeah, there we go. Wait, Thomas! It's fine, we're waiting for Thomas. No worries. There we go. I think I might need Thomas's help here. I should tell you what I'm gonna need first. I'm gonna need you to... Oh no, John! Well, that's fine. You're gonna go there, and Chris is gonna go there. And then we're gonna get Chris over here. Let's do it. Come on, Chris! Yay! Proud of you guys. Don't worry, Chris, we haven't forgotten you. Come on, here we go. Good, now you stand there. And you can get our little thing up there, maybe. Maybe not. No, that's still too high up. Maybe we need to do like... Whoa! Careful, Thomas. No, it's too high up still. We're all going up here. Oh. Ah, that's pretty cool. You can almost get him up there. But we got you on the normal path. Tom, get off. There we go. Oh, come on, Chris, you can do it. I can understand why he's so angry, because he can't do anything the other can. not so good at jumping, and this tends to be a lot about jumping, looks like. Alright, we're gonna put John here, Chris there, and there we go. And then we're gonna put John there so that Chris can jump. There we go. Well done, Chris. And then Thomas.
This was interesting. A floating target. This would require coordination, balance, and timing.
Huh.
John was sure the dots would be lost, but he was happy to guide them to triumph.
We're gonna move Chris up here. He needs to go down over there, which means he needs to jump on Thomas.
Maybe that's what the dots were for. They were there to extend John's reach, to make his performance even more impressive. John liked the thought. He decided to keep them.
And brown. Oh, damn.
So, this was how Claire would die. She knew it would happen eventually. She was rubbish at jumping, and she moved slowly. She felt a little like her continued existence was breaking some kind of natural order. The crumbling
Careful,
pillars,
Claire.
a dramatic death, she supposed.
No.
Hey, what?
Huh.
Claire couldn't shake the feeling that she was not, in fact, dead. It was at that moment that Claire realised she had superpowers.
God damn. Super Claire.
She'd need a cape. There was no getting around that. You couldn't be a superhero without a cape. Claire didn't want confusion.
Very true.
If you saw a cape, that made matters clear. You knew what you were dealing with. Claire was all about communication. And, you know, floating in water, which was her superpower.
This is a pretty cool superpower, Claire. Alright.
Right! Fear not, my skinny friends, for I am Claire, and I will save you.
Look at this superpower.
Claire needed to come up with a superhero name as soon as possible. Claire was rubbish.
It's not fantastic, I'll agree with that. But the question is, can Claire get out of the water? Yeah, she can. Well done, Claire! What are we doing now? Oh, it's raining!
Claire arrived just in time, which was, of course, the perfect moment for superheroes to arrive.
Switch. Oh, is this gonna raise the water level? Nice, that's cool. Oh dear God. Claire, save Thomas. Need you to be the superhero you know you can be. Savior of lives
As
and
the water began to
quadrants.
rise, Claire vowed to save this little rectangle in as many restarts as it took.
Hopefully none. Hopefully we won't need the restarts. Oh! Achievement!
Claire wondered
Ah!
if make a good save.
Oh.
Or was she more the lone Avenger type? She'd like that.
We missed the
Sole
thing.
hero in a world of rectangles and conveniently placed pools of toxic water.
2.5. Now we're gonna need some help for Claire too. She's not very good at jumping either. John is an amazing jumper, of course.
Told Claire that staircases were a bit of a fixture here. Claire wondered why the world made it so difficult.
That's a good question, Claire. Insightful. It's another one of your superpowers. Where are we going? Alright, Claire leads the way. Checkpoint. We can leave Chris here. Oh no, Chris! Chris is fine. No worries, Chris is fine. John! Can't go in first like that, you have to wait. Ladies first. Chris! No, Chris! Don't be silly. Alright.
Claire probably needed a nemesis. A villain who would show their true colours at the worst possible moment, hurting all she held dear.
No, you really don't.
Chris was the most obvious choice. He seemed stroppy enough. His jump was so pathetic that it conveniently avoided Claire's insecurities. Yes, Chris. Diabolical Chris. The fiendish Christopher.
Oh, Chris is just angry and insecure. It's not evil. Don't worry. He's really a nice guy. I think. Can you jump? Yeah, but Chris can't. There we go. Chris. Thomas. John and Claire.
Wait. Where had Chris gone? Was he off somewhere? Plotting Claire's downfall?
Unlikely.
If Claire was honest, and she had to be because she was a superhero, this was a troubling turn of events.
No!
Still, there were reasonably sized bodies of water to cross.
Alright. Gotta be careful. You guys wait here and Claire goes first. Oh, Claire can't go first. That was not ideal, this plan, actually. I should have... Well, that's fine. I can sort it. There we go. Back into the water. Need to make sure you're steady when we go here. And then you do like this, because it didn't work very well the other way around. Here we go, Thomas, John. So far so good. Chris is somewhere else. Go! John leads the way. Oh, we need... Oh, just you stay here, Claire. Thomas is no longer alone. There we go.